Okay, so here's the first of a sequence of videos I'm going to do just looking at a few simple basic routines you can practice, perhaps on the morning of the exam, or if you want to just spend 10 or 15 minutes doing a bit of maths in between something else. I'm going to call it my copy and paste techniques. So firstly, sine 2x cos 2x. Obviously we're very familiar with this. There's only one way you can write sine 2x, and of course this comes from the formula sheet where we have a sine a plus b formula. If we make them both x, we get sine 2x, and that's what that simplifies to. Cos 2x, similarly, if you use the cos a plus b formula, simplifies to this. So I remember those two things. Okay, cos 2x I can write in a number of ways. If I replace cos squared with 1 minus sine squared, that becomes 1 minus 2 sine squared x. A little bit more complicated is if you replace sine squared with 1 minus cos squared, because you've got minus that. So minus 1 minus cos squared is actually a plus a cos and a minus a 1, so you end up with. And then the other form, which I didn't really make enough of, I think, when I taught it, is that this is a difference of 2 squares, so you could write it as this. And where would that be useful? Well, maybe if it was part of a fraction where you had one of these on the bottom and it meant you could cancel out. I don't know. But anyway, as I say, I remember that and that. Deriving those three is a really good little drill. Another really good little drill is to look at what you get if you take this. Now that's not what we've just done up here. That was difference of 2 squares. Here is if we just take the same number of sines, same number of coses, and we add them together and square them. So if I grid that out, 3 3s are 9, so that's 9 sine squared x. 3 3s are 9, so that's 9 sine x cos x. Similarly here, 9 sine x cos x. And this is 9 cos squared x. So if I put those together, I've got 9 lots of sine squared x and 9 lots of cos squared x, which is 9 lots of sine squared plus cos squared, which is just 1. So that just becomes 9. And then I've got 9 sine x cos x, 9 sine x cos x, so that's plus 18 sine x cos x. But I remember that 2 lots of sine x cos x is sine 2x, so that is 9 times as much. So that is 9 lots of sine 2x. Okay.